Adding college students back into family life is rarely as simple as rebooting their high school days. Finding a new equilibrium usually requires work on all sides, but the process can go smoother when parents and teenagers alike bear in mind that they are entering a new and unfamiliar phase of the parent-child relationship.
So I actually did this when I graduated college. I moved back to my hometown to start my job as a journalist, and I lived with my mom, and our relationship drastically changed. Joining us this morning to help iron out all of this is our 9 News parenting expert and therapist, Dr. Sheryl Ziegler. Dr. Ziegler, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, a lot of people are wanting to know what you have to say specifically about this topic. What should parents expect now that their adult children are coming home?
Yes, I'm so glad you just said that about that you came home after you graduated. I think there's 2 things going on. There's multiple things, right? But right now, either college freshmen are coming back, right? So then they're just 1 year in and they've had 1 year of freedom and now they're back and it's like, oh, we really have to figure this whole new thing out. Someone might have taken your room over. We might do things differently.
Right.
Oh, your younger sibling uses your car. It's not your car anymore. Now you have to share. So there's that scenario where they're just 1 year out, maybe 2 years, and they're just, it's hard to adjust back and you got to talk about it. And then there's you've graduated college, you're moving back in and now you're starting your career. And so both of those things are this independence and new rules that parents absolutely have to talk about.
It's tough because you're an adult, right? Like you've been away, you've had freedom, but you are still under your parents' roof if you're gonna come home and stay there for the summer. So how do you lay the ground rules?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that I hear the very most about is definitely like curfew or going out at night. I have parents that say to me, it's 9:30. Like we go to bed at 9:30. They're getting ready in their room to go out at 9:30. And then they're saying, I am not sleeping well again.
Right.
Like I can't. And it's like, I know for the last year or 4 years, they've been doing whatever, but I haven't had to worry about that. So I think there's that consideration too. And I do think the young adult is coming back. They do have to be considerate. Parents are working. Parents have their own lives. They might have younger siblings that they're still running around. And so that's from that side of it, they say, I just feel like I come back, everything's so busy.
Yeah.
It's like, it's your break, but it's not necessarily anybody else's break.
Or maybe you're causing a mess around the house again, and mom and dad don't like that, of course. So parents might be getting a little scared hearing this if they're in this situation. What should they be doing to help prepare themselves for this?
Well, just like you said, you mentioned something about like chores or messiness. I mean, they have to talk about, am I doing your laundry? We got to talk about it, like yes or no, right?
And let me be clear, it should always be a no. You're an adult now. You do your own laundry.
I know. But sometimes the freshman year when they come back, parents want to like parent again, and so it feels just sort of like a little nostalgic and they get over that really fast. But the first load might be on me.
Okay, fair. You want to help out.
First load is on me, after that it's on you. Right? Even groceries, I've heard. Some parents are like, we're not used to that. Like you need to contribute a little bit to groceries. So they need to talk about like food and how they're contributing. They need to talk about transportation and are they sharing? And they need to talk about work. What are you doing this summer? Because this isn't an actual break. Like it's a break just from school, but you need to work. You need to maybe have an internship. You might need to do both. And they also might need to help around the house. Hey, help me driving siblings around. Help me running errands. And so it is a new stage that just requires an actual sit-down conversation and go through it. And that sets people up for success. It's when they don't, the kid comes in, they're sleeping all day, they're out all night, they feel very, entitled to do that, there's friction. And we don't want that. I think a lot of parents want to support their kids.
Yes, and I think a lot of parents are like, I would love to have you back home, right? Like we had this conversation yesterday. I was like, I hope that my kids come back home after college if they have something in between work. But I think if you have the conversation in advance and you lay the ground rules before they even come home, you can decide if it is actually going to be a good fit because you want it to be comfortable for everyone.
Absolutely. And when kids are away from college, no matter what, even after a senior year, they want the comforts of home. And so I think, want it to be that comforting, but also talking about it like, this is kind of funny, huh? This feels different, right? I'm not making you lunches and I'm not getting up and making you breakfast. Things are just different.
It was one of the greatest things that happened to me with my mom that we became friends, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So Dr. Ziegler, thank you so much. We appreciate it. But also at the same time, Ed, you know what? For my 18th birthday, my mom got me luggage for my birthday. So kind of sending me a message right there.
Oddly enough, that was the gift I got when I graduated from college too, was luggage. I think that was a message right there.